Miko Marks is next up on the show, and sort of what I think has been the biggest hit off the album, at least by online play, has been Hold It Together. Can you tell me about that one?
Yes, that song was written by Victor Campos, myself, Justin Phipps, and Steve Wireman. And during the pandemic, as I stated before, the messaging was, things were just getting so out of control with our election, with the insurrection, with the pandemic, with us in California with our wildfires. And so it's just in the gentrification of people. And it's just like all these things were like, hey, we need to hold it together so we don't fall apart. And it's kind of like a unifying song for race relations, for, just for our country as a whole. So this song was more like a plea, like, hey, let's hang in here and hold this thing together, support one another, you and me.
For a little while at the beginning of the pandemic, especially in New York, it was just such terror. And
right.
What I found was, and I mean, this sort of did fade eventually, but for a little while, almost everyone was holding it together. We were one team and just trying to be okay in all this.
Yes.
And
yes.
That was both terrifying and inspiring to see.
Absolutely. I'm more inspired than scared. I noticed, like, when I go on my walks now, we would go walk on trails and people would just pass by each other. Well, that's not the case anymore. They want to stop. They want to talk. They want to say something. They want to acknowledge you. And I think that came through the pandemic of being isolated and cut off from our family and friends. And so there's a desire for human connection. We just have to figure out a way to where we can connect better and be more inclusive in that connection.
We all have to find some way to hold it together.